right, here we go. Here we go. Episode 8.
Episode 8.
Welcome to Diva Unfiltered podcast. I'm Dominique the Diva, and this is my best friend and media personality as well.
Shay Parker.
Mm-hmm.
We meet again.
We meet again on the purple couch to vent, to laugh, to joke, to,
Catch up.
Ruffle some feathers and catch up.
There's been a lot going on, but listen, can we just first of all talk about it being episode 8? We are like more than halfway through this season.
Yeah.
And it kind of makes me want to extend it past whatever we said, and I won't say what we said so that we don't have to stick to it.
Okay, it's a crazy ride.
It is.
And it's about to
We
get
can do what we want, though.
We can definitely do what we want, and we couldn't do it without our team because the set is just a place of like, I feel like so ready to pod.
You see this lighting?
Yeah, I feel so ready to pod. So shout out to our team.
Yes.
Shout out to the creative space. So listen, of course, we always kick off the show. If you didn't know, with what you going through, get comfy, sit back, push like, and subscribe.
As always.
And
what you going through, though, friend? We're going to switch it up. What you going through?
You always go first. What am I going through?
What you going through?
I can tell them what you're going through. Because you
got
Richmond. I tell you what, I know.
Man.
A lot of things to celebrate, and also like, oh my God,
a lot of shit to do.
A lot of shit to do at the same time. So you're grateful for those things. I always try to come from a place of gratitude, so I'll answer in a place of gratitude. I am, girl,
doing 2 shows.
Understanding what grandma went when she was like, it's always something, and then also busting my ass. Yes, doing 2 shows. I'm so happy to be back on air in my hometown of Richmond, VA on WCDXI Power 92.1 and 104.1. So it's been exciting. Holding down 2 shows. I'm still afternoon drive in DC on the Quicksilver Show. Syndicated.
Yeah, because y'all was about to riot.
I know, right? They was like, oh, you left us. I'm like,
the same thing with Baltimore. Yeah, like, you ain't getting rid of us that fast. It's not going down like that.
So fast. It's not happening. I want to be all up and down 95. So. It's so liberating to just be back home. And I had fun, like my whole welcome weekend. We went out, and so it's just been a blast just connecting with my family and just, able to just be in the community more down there in my hometown. So it just really means a lot to me to be on air. So I've been juggling that, and girl, it's just still like, adding something else to the plate to juggle. If you want to be, this media queen in charge, you have to be able to be in charge of your schedule and time management and just get to where you need to go. So yeah, did 2 shows today, and now I'm here to pod.
Did you ever think in a million years that it would be this? I mean, of course you knew that this would be what you were going to be doing, but like, did you ever think?
That's a good question, because
if
I never thought of that.
someone would have told you.
No, I never thought about that. I was just born and raised in Richmond, and I would just always drive up to DC, and then also learning more about the radio industry as I, went to school for it. I just was like, okay, one, I was willing to move anywhere there was a big media market. I just want to get out of Richmond. And it was always DC for me. It was always a Howard homecoming for me, just coming from VSU. Like, we got to hit all the homecomings. That's what I love. That's what I love about attending the HBCU. Like, you want to go down to A&T, you want to go to Howard, you don't want to go to Norfolk State. Like, it really is a community. Like, once you, graduate and you just, I've been out here a lot promoting the HBCU experience that we're having with the radio station, and just, getting kids to register for HBCUs because of that experience. Because I wouldn't be where I am today. It started with an HBCU and interning in Richmond to now me, being back on air after being syndicated and, coming back and being on the radio there. So it does mean a lot. And so, yeah, that's what I've been going through, girl. Freaking working, ready for our vacation that's coming up. Listen, there's no better person to go on vacation with than Shay.
I am so ready.
I am so excited.
We always have the best time.
I'm proud of how Q1 went, and so we are just moving on with Q2. And I'm so happy I got my girl by my side. And so what are you going through?
As always, man, like, I've been having a blast. I don't know. Like, I've just been having a great time in life right now. And I'm just so thankful. I am so grateful just for my life every day. I get to wake up and do what I dream. And you know what?
Yes.
It wasn't always like that. But I'm grateful that it wasn't always like that, because it's made me so much more grateful and thankful. And I know what it takes to get here.
Yeah.
So now it's like, okay.
It feels good when you work for it.
You know what I mean?
You work for it. Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I'm just having fun, and I'm like, I don't want anything to disrupt that. Like, I understand how sort of like unique of a time I'm in right now, and I'm just like, nah, you just gotta keep going for it. Don't let nothing stop you. Like, like whoever with it can be with it. If you not, then like you got like it's whatever. But like that's really where I'm at with things. Like Baltimore has been so fun so far. Like, and I can't believe that it's getting ready to almost be, you know, like a month that
You've been on air there?
Yeah, doing the morning show.
But you are doing your thing. I know a lot of people are enjoying the morning show in Baltimore with you on the show. And, you know, you're just great on air. You're just really good at resonating, like, your personality through air. And I think it took me a little bit longer to be able to do that because it's interesting on how, like, being on air and having to do certain things in terrestrial radio and still being able to be yourself and say those things, like, you know, as yourself. So I think you're doing a great job. I'm so happy for you.
That means so much to me because it's like, we're best friends, but like Dom, of course, I started corporate radio in 2018. So I'm going 5 years, but like to have like a friend that I don't even remember how I met.
I know, like Shay and I do not remember how we met. Do y'all think that's weird? Is that weird? Remember how you met?
It wasn't Instagram. It
wasn't Instagram. We had a lot of mutual friends. We just don't remember like the moment we were like, "Hi."
Yeah, like, like
it was like an awkward handshake or something.
Yeah, but like
we were just like always in the same places and just like linked up on our own merit or something. I don't know.
But I'm just glad that it happened. But you know, you've been doing this for a long time, so you know you like. You are just amazing at what you do.
Thank you. I really appreciate that, bestie.
And you just
like kind of moment. Is it the weed?
I don't know. Maybe it is, but like you just continue to elevate and just like give the girls a run for their money. Like I just love the way that you care about your work. I feel like that's why we work so well together because like we care. Like we want to be, you know, great at what we do, but like more than that, we want it to be like community and for us to be able to like resonate with people because if you can't, there's no point in doing this. That's how I feel anyway.
Yeah.
Like if you can't talk and touch people and people not care about what you have to say or, you know, how you care about them, then what you talking about?
Yeah, thank you so much, Shay. I really appreciate that. And that's what we do it for, like to make people.
So it's been fun. It's been fun. I've just been working, having fun. Like, can't wait for vacation. Like, that shit's
I know, right?
Yes, absolutely. And also, too, like, this is what we have to talk about this.
What?
So, while I've been at work, we have a medium that comes every week.
Yes, you have to tell them about the medium. Shay saw a psychic, y'all.
Okay.
I didn't see a psychic. It was a psychic on the show.
Yes. So, we have, like, psychics that come, you know, on the morning show. And I wanted to wait to tell Dom like on pod, but I like didn't because like I just had to tell her right then.
Okay.
But it's so crazy because not that I don't believe that people can, you know, intercede like on behalf of spirits, but you know, like when you do it, you're just not expecting like somebody to kind of hit like the nail on the head. But it was funny because she was just like, the first thing that she said about me, like when she walked in the door and like met me, she didn't say anything at first. She waited till we got on air and was like, you have such big energy. And like, I hear that all the time. Like people are like, you have such big energy. And she's like, you know, people either really gravitate towards that or like, they're almost like scared of it because it's so like big.
Yes.
And I'm like, I be feeling like niggas be feeling me and I like rock with y'all. Like that's our team, that's you, the family, love. But then some niggas don't feel me and I be like, what's up with y'all?
Yeah.
But it was wild because, you know, of course everybody wants to know a relationship question. Like, I'm like, girl, am I gonna get married? Like, what's going on? Like, a bitch took a long time healing. Like, what's up? Like, I ain't saying I want to do that right now, but like, what's up? She's like, girl, I don't see that no time soon. She was like, if you stay open to that, then yeah, it will. She's like, eventually.
So how do you feel about that?
I'm like okay with it.
Yeah.
Honestly, because I do feel so fulfilled, like in like what I'm doing and where my life is. And I do feel like if I stay open to that, it will, you know, happen. If I don't stay open to that, then you know it won't. But I know how I am in relationships. And I do tend to get like, that's what I'm doing. That's what I'm pouring like my focus into. And then I don't care how good a relationship is. Like if you're really invested in your relationship, you're going to be somewhat distracted by it, or like,
you have
it's gonna take
other
away
responsibilities
right.
as well outside of what you do professionally. Yeah, I totally understand.
Exactly. So I'm like, it makes sense. But she was like, you're a stepper. She's like, you use every opportunity and every like relationship to like, you know, as a stepping stone to get to the next like step. She's like, but you do have commitment issues. And I was like, what the fuck?
And how do you feel about that, Chey Parker?
Commitment issues?
Do you feel like she's on
not loyalty issues?
Okay.
Commitment issues.
Okay, that's a difference. I can totally understand that though.
It takes a lot for me to like lock in like on some shit, but once I'm locked in, I'm locked in. But that's with anything, not just relationships.
Okay.
You know, like also career, like
I feel like it's a protective
I put my mind
thing.
To something, yeah, it is. It is. It is.
Nobody wins their time.
I don't like to break commitments.
Yeah.
So it's like if I'm gonna do it, like absolutely.
Yeah.
It needs to be, I need to know. Like, I need to know that I know that I know that I know. But it was just interesting that she said those things. And then she said something about my grandma. And like, that was the wildest thing. And I started crying on air. It was like one of my
realest
moments on air.
Now you've really said radio. Once you've cried on air, that is a radio milestone, ladies and gentlemen. Give it up for Chey Parker.
Is it really?
I did it when I was watching Whitney Houston's funeral while I was live on the radio. And I was just like, oh my God, bro. They lifted up the casket, started playing I Will Always Love You. What? I had to take it to commercial break. So you, my dear, are officially.
I know. Like, that was so crazy because she was like, I see this older woman and she keeps asking me, like, why you don't have your hair done? And I didn't have my hair done that day. And that's like so like my grandma. Like, that's so like
For real, like, yes, grandma be getting straight to the point. I love that about
that. Yeah, like, what's going on, like with your hair? But I'm like, girl, what? Like, and it was funny because she was like, she just wants you to know that, like, she's, you know, not alone, that you're not alone, that she wasn't in pain. For some reason, she thinks that you think that she was in pain, which I did, you know, when she passed. And, like, I was always like, why have I never dreamed about her? She's never said anything. It's never been no weird moment where I'm like, Grandy, I'm like, you really just like that. It was like, bye, girl, you're on your own. So, like, that was, like, a really touching moment like, for me. So that was crazy. So
going to see or having a medium read you, it can be interesting. My mom and I will go sometimes just for fun.
Right.
And I've gone to different ones over the years, and it's always interesting just to hear what they have to say. It is freaky whenever they are in touch with any loved one that you've lost. I've been with people who have like really, you know, extraordinary moments and experiences going to one because of that.
She mentioned my granddad.
Yeah, like something is like, how do you know that?
Yeah, there for me, like it was almost like no way. And then I almost feel like I have a pretty good radar for when someone's genuine and when someone's just like locking eyes with you and saying that. I'm like, nah, like there is something definitely there. That's my story and I'm sticking to it.
That's interesting.
But she was like, yeah, you'll be in matching like pajamas like by the end of the year. Like you'll definitely like have somebody that you know you kind of like wreck them.
She said by the end of the year?
That's what she said.
Okay, we're gonna see about that, honey. Matching pajamas for Miss Chey Parker, y'all.
Hey,
Miss Parker, thank you for sharing that with us.
Yeah.
Now, I feel like I need to go see a psychic medium soon.
Yeah, why not? Let's do it.
Since I've seen one, or since I've asked like Tana or Tosh on our show or whatever about one. So anyway, we're gonna move on now to the meat of the show and Diva Unfiltered podcast. If you're still here, of course, don't forget to push like and subscribe and share. And now we're going to talk about Megan Thee Stallion, honey, because she is back. And not only is Megan Thee Stallion back, she is on Elle magazine, and Megan is looking so good. Did you see the whole spread?
Amazing. I saw the whole spread.
This is the best that Megan
I loved like every look. Every single look. She looks like she's taking care of herself. I feel like she looks like she is, you know, of course, probably still going through the process, but like, I'm back. Like, it looks like I'm back.
Yeah, I'm loving the big hair.
I can't wait to hear whatever the music sound like.
Right. I'm loving the big hair. I'm loving all the looks in this shoot. I can't wait to hear the music because she said she's playing with like new sounds that, you know, she can't wait for her fans to hear.
Okay.
So I'm excited because Megan does does just amazing with the bars. So she is opening up for the first time, but also for the last time about this trauma with Tory Lanez. She's saying that, look, I'm gonna talk about it and then we're gonna end it because I'm not my trauma. I am not my trauma. She has a great message out there to everyone, which is why I thought it was important to include this part in today's pod, because the message is very much something that I think all women could resonate with, as far as we do. I know it's funny. She says when the truth is more boring and the lie is just more
no one likes that. It's not sexy.
She was like, I get the public intrigue, but also this is my life. So she even says I don't want to call myself a victim. She says that she's a survivor. And again, look at this shot right here. She just looks so good.
She just looks so bomb. I don't know. I'm really just so proud of her. When I, read the Elle feature, it really makes you realize just how much this girl has gone through over the past few years. I mean, it talks about, from when she first blew up on the scene to 2019, to her grandmother and her mother passing, to then being shot in July of 2020, and then this being a almost 3 year, 2.5 year process of her going through different relationships, falling out with different people. Just this has been a wow ass ride for her. So for her to come out on top, I'm with you, girl. Say this shit and then don't talk about it no more, because I said what I said and that was that on that.
Yeah, and he's in jail.
And he's in jail.
Get out, but you're not finna get out.
Well, not yet. Well, he is in jail, but yeah,
they about to.
And it's still not over. It's still not over. So
but look how good she looks.
I love this look. This white look right here.
The ballerina
baby.
Look. Come on, Megan.
Listen, if you're listening to the audio, I don't know. Right now, go somewhere, Google the Elle feature and look at Megan, because
she looks so good. Styled by Law Roach, who said he retired, honey. I guess he was like, you know what?
Retired where?
Me, and I'm gonna work with who I want to work with, and if I don't want to work with you, I don't work with you. So you want to retire? But for Meg, I'm gonna answer my phone, and I'm so glad he did for Elle, because she looks amazing. I'm loving the big hair, and that's how you do it, man. Fuck these people, man. This girl came back on the scene. She had pictures of her in the gym, natural hair, just glowing, period. You know what I mean? So go ahead, Megan. She's looking great. She also shared some things in the Elle cover. She said, it never crossed my mind that people wouldn't believe me. Can you believe? Have you ever never thought something would come your way? You were like, oh shit, y'all being for real? She said, still I knew the truth and disputed facts and knew that they would prevail. I had worked way too hard to reach a point in my career, and when the verdict came in on December 23rd, it was more than just a vindication for me. It was a victory for every woman who has ever been shamed, dismissed, and blamed for a violent crime committed against them. Because we know we always get the blame, honey.
What really just upset me, though, is that the fact that it's been 2.5, 3 years later, after a guilty verdict, and people are still calling this girl a liar and a hoe, or whatever y'all are talking about. It doesn't matter. Redirect the energy, because it's mind-boggling that in 2023 a woman can have this happen to her and be vindicated and have it tried in the court of law and a guilty verdict be rendered, and people still have this attitude and spew this type of hate online. Yeah. Something needs to be done about it. We talk about this pretty much in every episode.
I'm glad she left and was peace out, y'all. I'm not even
do what you want to do. And I think that's what we can learn from Megan too in this interview. Do what you want to do. Choose you first. And what is best for you, do fucking that.
Yeah. Okay. He said we can't control what others think, especially when the lies are juicier than the truth. But as a society, we must create safer environments for women to come forward about violent behavior without fear of retaliation. Retaliation. Happy 420. We must provide stronger resources for women to recover from these tragedies physically and emotionally without fear of judgment, because y'all was judging her. Woo! I mean, y'all, she had her a whole bloody foot on the internet. We must do more than say her name. We must protect all women who have survived the unimaginable. So,
and I just be thinking, I feel like the reason why we just have to at least be I feel you, as a woman,
at least,
because I know if some of the shit that I've done was out in the street, Oh, y'all went.
You had a camera on you.
What?
Yeah. But she was also
I'm
talking
not
about in
the
their house.
Persians.
She was trying to deal with it privately, but she was like, by the time she told everybody about him, like, she was exhausted, like, you know what I mean, like, mentally, and how, she wanted to deal with it. She talked about going through a deep depression and knowing, like, if she wanted to do music anymore and having to, like, be backstage
like people don't
or
care.
Be at the hotel and just kind of, like, try to snap herself out of being Megan Pete, is what she said, and snap into being Megan Thee Stallion. And I think a lot of people can resonate with that. You don't have to be a celebrity or a public figure or, anyway, anyone that, deals with depression or has to, like, snap themselves out of it and say, okay, now I have to go to work and perform, and I have to smile when I don't feel like smiling. And whatnot.
You definitely can.
And so, like you said earlier, like, at least you could understand her, like, where she's coming from. But I see a lot of y'all hoes saying that y'all still don't believe the girl. So, child, I'm glad she decided to just write this in Elle and leave it be.
Right.
She's locked up, and she's still out here winning. Now she just needs to get her money from 1501, because she's also in court with them right now. She said they only have like $10K in the bank account, and they're trying to say, like, they don't have the money to give her or whatever. But I think she just needs to get 50
Y'all got
cent.
it.
She needs to get 50 Cent on it, because I know 50 could get that money for her. Like, he get his money from people. Like, nobody gonna.
You do. Get 50 Cent lawyers.
Get him on it. Get your bread and let Megan make new music.
You know what I'm saying?
It for the hot girl summer. And not only does it seem like it's going to be a hot girl summer, Shay, it seems like it's going to be a city girl summer as well, because Young Miami says she's single, honey.
First of all, Young Miami was actually always single, and she told y'all that, but y'all don't listen.
She was just dating.
She was just dating. Her and Diddy was just dating, and can y'all stop being weird about things?
Oh my God.
And also, I hate that we live in a world where, like, we can't really, like, post people or, like, post if we're dating or, like, say that we're just dating or be seen with somebody at a restaurant and it just be cool and it just be that. Like, why it gotta be my nigga? Why it gotta be that's the one that I'm always talking? Why I gotta, like,
I know.
Y'all don't know that? Like, relax. Like, first of all, they're famous. So, like, if they were dating, they were gonna be seen or whatever.
She looks so good.
Yeah, and I think, like, what she said in this cover interview was absolutely perfect, and I feel like that's what you say when, like, you care about somebody, you've had an experience with someone, and you understand that you don't possess them.
Well, isn't that dating?
Isn't that dating?
Isn't that
Y'all
dating?
I don't know. People don't, I don't know.
The city girl is opening
Not saying I'm doing it right.
She's opening up about being single again, and Twitter is already speculating, of course,
about what
they think happened. I'm loving her on the cut cover. I love the vibe of it, but she's making it clear that that's not my man. And also she said, we had our own situation. I'm not going to put a title on it. She said we were, fucking with each other hard. We were together every day at one point. He supported me and I supported him. I would let the internet call it whatever they want to call it. Man, damn. Didn't Ari Lennox and Summer Walker say, call it what you want?
Yeah.
When a black woman say call it what you want, she do not give a fuck. You might as well just leave that alone, because she do not care what you do what she want to do. And, Carisha, that was like a look for her. They seemed like they were happy.
Been saying that.
Yeah, the whole time.
She's been saying that. And I feel like in situations like those, if you are not, like, tracking towards a relationship or marriage, like, if you're not tracking towards, like, thinking that, you're going to spend long-term lifetime with this person, then it's going to eventually end, y'all. Like, it wasn't going to be forever. Like,
hello. Well, of course,
Twitter's
reacting, and they are telling us what they think happened. Of course, they got to come up with their own narrative. So
even Cassie left. Come on, y'all. Like, everybody, like, essentially leaves because Diddy is not, he doesn't, you know what I mean?
Well, I think he's pretty honest also about, like, not really being monogamous.
Things are,
I never really hear, he goes by the name Love, but I never hear him really say that he wants to be locked down with one woman forever. Yeah. So one of the narratives out there about Carisha and Diddy, isn't it funny how we'll call her Carisha? Like, I know she doesn't like that, and that would annoy me too, because I love to be like, bitches, y'all don't know me like that.
Don't call me that.
Call me by my fucking name, you know what I'm saying? But, like, she's so popular as Carisha as well.
The podcast is Carisha, please, man. So,
please, girl, can we call you Carisha?
I hope y'all gave Santana his money. Okay.
Period. Anyway, so Twitter is reacting to Diddy and Young Miami splitting up, and one of the narratives out there is that side baby definitely hurt Carisha feelings more than she led on. as it should have. So I'm happy she ended that. Because you being with me publicly in any capacity, then having a baby with someone else is just rude. Very, zero coof. Sorry, I messed it up. Zero coof. I love that word right there, coof. That's what a lot of y'all don't have is coof. Your mama didn't teach you about having some fucking coof. Okay? But she also said that communication was key. We saw her, talk about, hey, like, she wasn't blindsided about it. I think that's what she said. And that, communication is key when it comes to that. But there was a new baby there. So I just wanted to know, could you date a man with a new baby on the way? Or a baby on the way? Or a new baby?
Hold on, friend. Let's
what if she would have stayed in that situation? Wasn't this bound to happen like
Let's rewind. Let's really unpack this. Because, like, two things can be true at the same time.
Okay, give it to me.
So, how could you possibly not be hurt? Let's be for real. Like, Caresha and Diddy, as much as we can say, like, they were both single and they were just dating, like, there was clearly something there that was, like, very much so much more than sex. Like, it wasn't just, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, you're positioning her, and, like, Diddy has been with other women that he has not positioned in that way.
Yeah.
So, like, I think that it certainly was, something more than just, like, we're just kicking it. Y'all doing a little bit more than just kicking it. So, like, if the nigga that you kicking it with that hard, like, you with him every day, he's sending you fucking dozens of thousands of roses. Can you imagine walking? I would fall in love. I would, like, melt off this couch right here. Like, take me now.
Yes, he definitely
Are you sure you don't want to marry
a woman?
Why wouldn't you want to be in a relationship with me?
It's Diddy.
I would be so confused. That's how I know I'm not strong. Don't do that to me.
Even if Diddy is on your roster.
Don't do that to me.
Even if Diddy is on your roster. He's at the top of your roster.
He's at the top of your roster. Like,
she had no choice but to hold it down. She left with all her things, like you say.
She left with all her things. So, like, and that's what dating is. Like, she left with all her things, if you catch my drift. He left with all his things, and they both both gained a few things. And that's what happened.
Bravo. Well,
and that's what happened. But see, the problem comes in is when you lose things while you in the shit. She did it the right way. All the other hoes is doing it wrong.
Yeah, so kudos to you, Young Miami.
Caresha.
She had her show and her podcast launch with Revolt and become one of the most prominent podcasts just that fast. And now I think she's moved things. Forgive me for not having that at the top of my head right now. But
like the projects that she's working on?
The next season of her podcast, I think, is going to be somewhere else.
Yeah. And
look how far it came so
fast. More business endeavors.
She's already been in DMF. And so I think that well played, Caresha, and that's why she's
very well played.
She's a fucking city
I'm sure
girl.
they're still cool.
But another one of the narratives out there, someone else said this. Since the beginning of that fling, they have not been able to fathom that it was a mutually beneficial relationship. They have been obsessed with the narrative that she was so in love and getting played. Meanwhile, she was just playing her part, using him to elevate her career. And that's why she's a motherfucking city.
And that's why, for real, like, if we're being honest, like, Young Miami is, like, really a for real city girl, though.
So, like, she would be doing
really that, though. Like, she really that, though. But, like, the thing about it is, if you can't be used, you're useless.
Hello.
Okay.
It's one of my favorites.
Like, if you, I don't know, that's just how I go. Like, and that goes for everybody, men and women, right?
Alrighty. So it seems like we're gonna have a hot girl summer, city girl summer with Megan and Caresha.
Yeah.
Like, and I love this for them because, like, Megan, I think she's still with Party On. It's none of my business, but I think they're still together. But you can still be a hot girl and have a hot girl summer.
Absolutely.
Your man picking you up from these hoes is getting on your nerves. And you also can be single, but see, Diddy, he okay with it.
Yeah, I mean, whoever he is.
As well for summer 2023.
Whoever he is.
But who is giving us that summer anthem, okay? Because it's time for a lot of girls to drop music. And when we say a lot of girls, we also mean Cardi B.
We're talking about it yet again, and we talked about this in February.
Yeah, because it's like, we really want the music, but I feel like she's revving up. I just saw her Rolling Loud in Thailand, and her Invasion of Privacy just broke the tie with Nicki Minaj.
Yes, Pink Friday.
This is
3 times platinum.
This is Invasion of Privacy
3 times
versus
platinum.
Pink Friday. Highest certified female rap album of
the century.
So you have to give Cardi her flowers on that. And kudos to her for dropping an album like this and like waiting like 5 years. Like, that's what
I mean, she had kids. I think
she
it
had
makes
kids.
sense.
She was able to live her life.
Kids.
Like, and I just think about
life happened.
I think about how Lauryn Hill dropped that one album, and she's still like so iconic off of that one album.
Yeah, but like, don't do that though. Like, don't do that.
She's gonna come back. She's gonna drop.
Because we would have liked it better if Lauryn Hill dropped more music. Like,
yeah,
it's
she
a
has
cool
like
story,
other projects,
but like,
yeah.
I hate that we be like,
yeah,
oh, it's so
well,
cool. I'm like, Lauryn, girl.
Cardi B is just basking in this, but it's only a matter of time before fans are gonna get rowdy enough and say, hey, she's gonna drop. She's gonna drop this year. I think she's waiting for the weather.
Do you think it's gonna be
that
summer?
means who is going to run the summer? I feel like she's getting ready to, and I feel like though.
So you think it's gonna be summer?
I feel like Nicki Minaj dropped her record at the right time. This Red Ruby to Sleaze is #1 on the hot rap charts. And I want to hear it when I get in the car. She dropped it at the right time because now that the weather is breaking and you can put that sunroof back and you can put the windows down. And Nicki Minaj's new Red Ruby to Sleaze is now her follow-up to Super Freaky Girl. And they were, #1 for 11 weeks with that one. So I'm happy that she dropped this record at the right time. And I'm happy that I love this song. Nicki's having a good time. She's bringing back a sample. Because, like, was you really outside when Louis D was popping the first time? Maybe not. Like, here's your chance to hop on board.
That's when we was at the skating rink.
It's really like that. So shout out to Nicki. So I'm wondering what's going on.
I love that for her.
I think this is a single. I think we might get a Cardi and Nicki, like, drop that's close enough to compare.
For real? Like a Nicki album?
I think so.
Another one?
Is that what's coming for 2023?
Because when did Queen drop?
Oh, a minute ago. We're overdue here. The Barbs are overdue. The Barbs are overdue for another Nicki Minaj album.
Okay. I think so.
We might have a Cardi versus Nicki moment. Right now, though, Lotto is teasing new music at Rolling Loud.
Yes.
She's actually taking shots at Nicki. I couldn't really believe this.
I think that y'all are kind of making it up.
I don't know. Lotto.
I mean, I think that she's like taking shots. She's popping her shit and she's like using the opportunity to make the play that it possibly may be shots at Nicki. But like,
no.
She's talking about
She's saying bitches acting like they running shit they really ran through. She thought I was gonna kiss her ass. She mustn't have took her meds.
It was like a okay line.
Yeah,
but like,
not feeling the bars.
I like Lotto. I really, really do. I like Lotto. Yeah. I like her music. But
me too.
I was just kind of like, but like, is Nicki ran through? Like,
yeah, not really.
No.
She was in Safari for a long time.
Like, it's not that. Like, she's always a lot of times been in, relationships that
maybe she's warming up
about. Nicki, we know Nicki Minaj is a relationship girl, so that was kind of weird for her to say that. And like, she thought I would kiss her ass. Okay, that's kind of funny, but she mustn't have took her meds. But like, it didn't really rhyme, and I was kind of like, yeah, Nicki's crazy. But I don't know.
Maybe we have to hear the full song. Maybe we have to hear the full song. I mean, like, what else was she gonna say?
What else was she gonna say?
Like, Nicki Minaj is actually like in the middle of dissing Megan Thee Stallion on Red Ruby to Sleaze, and she let the beat breathe right there. I hope y'all recognize. Like, she's making it clear that she don't fuck with horses, so guys. Like, she's making it very clear. She let the beat breathe right there. And I'm like, okay. And meanwhile, Lotto is...
I don't like that, though.
I don't like that either. But I think that Nicki is making Megan push that pin. And I hope that Megan is ready for it. And we all know Megan can really rap. Megan can really rap.
But why, though? Why is she acting
this
way towards Megan? Why is she acting this way towards Megan? I don't understand.
I don't understand either, but it seems like a pattern. It's really weird.
I feel like she could probably, like, use your support right now, like, during this time. And I think it's just kind of hard. I don't know. I think it's weird that y'all are not, like, friends and y'all was cool and we loved it.
Yeah,
and it was
everything. A whole story.
Is it really because she worked with Cardi?
Yeah, I wouldn't.
I mean, Ice Spice did too.
I'm not. Yeah, and it's funny. It's funny because Nicki just signed Ice Spice to her Heavy On It label, and they're going to be partnering together. And it's interesting. She's crowned her the princess, and we know Ice Spice is from the Bronx as well. This is going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting to see who's dropping this summer, who's hitting who with bars, and like, yes. So Lotto.
Y'all see my face?
Lotto is going at Nicki. Sweetie was out at Rolling Loud, and so was Big Glorilla. And Glorilla just got hit with another lawsuit for tomorrow. But
I don't know. I feel like Glorilla's going through a lot. It was like some shit that went down at the concert. Like, somebody got fucked up there.
Chey, that's not her fault. Don't say that.
I know.
Anyway. So it's gonna be exciting for the girls. Some music for the girls this summer, and like, you know, in the rap world. I'm so happy after 50 years of hip hop that we have a plethora of female rappers that are out here doing their thing, and there's space for everyone right now to get it. Even on the R&B side, even for the girls in the in between, like the Dojas, who's also was teasing like new music, and we know.
I love Doja on the Kill Bill remix. Like,
her and SZN gonna talk that shit. They're gonna talk that shit at all times. We're also gearing up for Summer Walker. Summer Walker is getting ready to drop an EP about the soft life, darling. May 19th. I'm glad she's dropping about the soft life because last time she was singing about, last time she was singing about,
it's a lot of heartbreak, a lot of toxic
baby mama. So
a lot of toxic shit.
Yeah, I'm glad that she can now sing about the soft life.
Yeah, it's giving very angelic, very. I'm in a good space. I'm happy. I'm healed.
I love Summer Walker.
You know,
I will listen to Summer and Summer Walker.
I love
say that really fast together. I will listen to SZA and Summer Walker over and over again and just like, all day long. You'll be like, bitch, are you okay? Like, are you okay, bitch? And I'll be like, I don't know.
SZA is the first artist to make me cry since Beyonce. So
and Chey will cry. She's not lying. She definitely will cry. So we're looking forward to that. All right, enough about music and all of the girls and the tea and the chit chat. Let's talk about some things that pissed us off this week right here on the Purple Couch, Diva Unfiltered podcast with Dominique Diva and Chey Parker. This is where the media girls here get a chance to get unfiltered and just kick it with y'all, okay, off the air. So we're going to talk about things that pissed us off this week. First things first. Marques Houston defending his awkward marriage, and this is something that pissed Chey Parker off. Can I elaborate?
Just shut up. Like,
is it his fault though? Is it his fault? He did have a TV One exclusive, or talking about, you know, he was bringing back.
That's fine.
The, you know, about him setting the record straight about his wife who's younger than him. The word awkward is there because I can't deny that this is kind of awkward.
This is very awkward. They have a 21-year age difference. They have a 21-year age difference. And that's fine that it came up in, you know, the TV series. But, like, the fact that he's still talking about it and now you're saying that women your age come with baggage. Nigga, you're weird. That's it. Like, yes, do we know couples that have 20-year age difference between them?
Yeah.
Yes, we do. But like most of those relationships, the person met them at 30 and they're, you know, like 50 or something like that. They're grown-ass adults. But the fact that this girl was 19 when y'all met allegedly or started dating or whatever you want to tell us, whatever. You married the girl, you married a teenager, the shit is weird, whatever. Let's move on, let's get past it. We honestly really don't want to think about it because there's other shit in this world that's going on right now that is fucking us up. So like, we really just trying to just, okay? Because honestly, we know that whatever may or may have not happened to you when you were a teenager, and like, honestly, it's just a lot right now. Like, it's just really fucking a lot. Like, I honestly don't want to deal with that shit at all. Like, I don't want to talk about that shit. I don't want to deal with it. Like, it's just a lot. Like, God, like, like, what the fuck?
And this is why we're here to vent.
This shit really pissed me off.
And that's why this segment is called Things That Pissed Us Off.
Then why you bringing other women into it? Why you gotta say, oh, women my age come with baggage and kids?
He said that. And
they're grown adults.
Yeah, and they've lived life.
They're grown adults.
Yeah,
yes.
It's interesting to hear.
So you want to groom her?
Yeah.
You want to what?
Well, that's his opinion, and it does seem as though he groomed her because it was very, very, very young. And I do wonder what a 22-year-old and a 41-year-old have in common.
They don't have anything.
Kudos to them. But you ever like have a crush on someone really bad, and then when you get older, you're like, I'm so glad. I'm so glad. God is good. God, thank you for not giving me what I thought I wanted, honey.
You had a crush on Marques Houston?
I did, and I lied in second grade. I told everyone at the school that he was my boyfriend. And they fucking believed me. And when my mom came to eat lunch with us and bring me McDonald's, and they all asked her, is Marques Houston or Batman from I Am X or Batman from Roger from Sister was my boyfriend, and my mama gonna tell them now. Like,
because bitch, that's not your boyfriend.
That was believing me.
And aren't you glad that it wasn't your boyfriend?
They was believing me.
But
yes, now I'm glad. Let's be clear.
But
at the time, I was like, oh my God, I had such a... But the funny thing is, she is so young that she doesn't even know him as that young, Roger. She doesn't know him as immature, that, teen star, because she was so young. Like, she was gotten here.
But I just want to be very clear on something, and then
maybe likes that.
Like, we can move on. Like, but when you're meeting somebody at 38, getting engaged to a 19-year-old, I want you to understand that, like, nothing about that is normal. Nothing about that. You cannot normalize that in any way, shape, or form. So I want you guys to understand. The comments just really disturbed me because people was like, I ain't saying he right, but I ain't saying he wrong. And I'm like, oh my God, like, I can't. This is too much.
Everyone has their preference.
It's too much. It's too much. Let's move on.
Yeah, everyone has their preference. Let's move on.
Very layered.
Another thing that pissed me off this week is only because what is going on? What is going on? Because y'all acting weird. It's getting weird. Because he deserves his flowers. He definitely deserves his flowers. But now y'all scaring me now. What's going on? So that made me mad because everybody, like, what's going on with Jamie Foxx? We need Jamie Foxx. He is in the hospital recovering. Still recovering after a week. He was in the middle of shooting a movie. He had a medical emergency. They're not really saying what it is, but a lot of our favorite celebrities are, giving him his flowers, and as they should. But it's got me shook up, and I don't like it. 2023, don't play no games with me, okay? Because Jamie Foxx is one of those black celebrities, black superstars. That's really a superstar. No matter what hat he's wearing, we take him seriously in that hat. Dances. If he's sitting behind a piano, we're taking him seriously. If he's on stage doing stand-up, we're taking him seriously.
Comedy.
If he's playing Ray Charles, we're taking him seriously. Yes. If he's in a movie, if he's dropping an album, if he's working with Kanye, we're taking him seriously because he's that fucking talented. So, yes, prayers to Jamie Foxx. Don't know what happened. Very much a lot of unconfirmed reports out there. And I think they don't really even want to say maybe what it was, because sometimes when you're working in this industry, the project that you're working on now, you might have another project or something lined up after that. You know what I mean? And you just don't want people calling you like, are you going to be able to do this? Are you going to be able to do that?
Are you going to be okay?
You're bringing a bag, you know what I'm saying? You messing on a bag, you feel me? So
we can relate to that, because even when we're sick, it's like, I don't even want to tell niggas, like, oh, I'm feeling a little, I
will be there.
Yeah, woo! Don't even worry about it, actually.
So, prayers up to
Jamie Foxx. I just don't like that it's been over a week, going on almost 2 weeks, and, like, we don't know, and he's still there. Yeah. And so, but they do say that he, is recovering. He was, like, laughing and talking to, like, family and friends. Good. So, that's for sure, like, a good sign. But it definitely pissed me off, because I'm like, hell nah.
I know, right?
Hell nah. We not going for that. Not Jamie Foxx. Y'all not doing
We're not going for that. So that definitely pissed me off this week. So another thing that pissed me off this week, and it should piss everyone in America off, white men have gone mad. Now,
once again, they've always been mad.
Don't be alarmed. They've always been mad, but now it's really showing. Honey, we can't even knock on the wrong doorbell, and we can't even...
Add that to the list. Add that to the list of shit that black people cannot do, or you'll be shot or killed by a white person.
All right.
Or police. So add that. You can't knock on the wrong door. Okay.
No, because that's what happened to Ralph Yarl, and he was shot. Thankfully,
a 16-year-old teenager, a 16-year-old boy
in Kansas City. Thankfully, he survived, but he was shot by Andrew Lester.
Twice.
84-year-old Andrew Lester.
Say that man don't look like a racist.
Oh my goodness. He been waiting to kill him one all his life, girl. He got him a nigger finally. He is pleading not guilty to the shooting of Ralph Yarl, who went to the wrong house. Look at his eyes.
Now, he went to the wrong house because he was going to pick up his siblings. His parents had asked him to go pick up his siblings. So he goes, and so he goes to a street. That is the street name that his parents gave him, but, like, the difference is, I think, was, like, street and avenue, or, like, boulevard or terrace.
Yeah.
And so a common mistake that either any of us would make, like, that's what makes this story so crazy, because it's like, that literally could have been me or someone that I loved. And this man shot him twice. Not only did he shoot him twice, but he shot him in the head.
Oh, my goodness.
And he shot him in the arm.
He shot him, like, and it thankfully went, like, right above his left eye and his elbow. And so he survived. They're also saying that he went to 3 other houses before someone actually helped him. Allegedly, the last person made him lay down, like, with his hands in the air. Like, I just cannot believe that a 13-year-old can just stand there and no words can be exchanged and this man can just shoot through a glass door. There were a lot of misconceptions and misinformation out there about what actually happened, but they're going to have to be able to prove that that young kid was a threat enough where he tried to touch the doorknob or went through the threshold of the home.
Is that a threat?
He's black, and the 84-year-old man in court is going to say, oh, well, I was afraid for my life because of the size of this young man. This young man is a band leader. I loved how the media immediately put out soft photos, if I can say, if you guys can just follow me here, of this young man, because we know what they'll do immediately is demonize us and make it our fault that we're just standing there waiting for our siblings to come out of the door. This man is a band leader. He was looking forward to going to school. He was looking forward to, majoring in chemical engineering. And so I love how media did that immediately. And look at this man. He's 84 years old, and they have the nerve to sit there and say,
looks like he hates
we believe that race played a part of it. No fucking shit, Sherlock. This
no
shit. 84 years old. I say we all know what it is and what it ain't.
We all know what school of hard rock he come from.
We all know. He's on 3%.
We all know.
A few more years anyway. Just hurry up, get the case over with, lock him up.
You know what I think is interesting though? I think it's interesting that he was charged with assault in the first degree and armed criminal action.
Yeah.
Versus being charged with attempted murder. Like, I think it's because it's probably would be very hard for them to prove that it was, attempted murder. But armed criminal action is so interesting to me.
Yeah, it's interesting.
That is.
I wonder if they're going to what they think they can get, but we all was quick to say attempted murder, but they need to get his ass for something. And they need to do it fast because it doesn't look like he's going to last very long.
He's 84 years old.
One eye over here, and I'm just trying to figure out what's going on. Now, meanwhile, this is his grandson, okay? His grandson has cornrows, and I don't know who did them, child, because they're terrible, but he was on CNN with Don Lemon, and he revealed that his grandfather is racist.
Of course, he's 84 years old. Any white person that is 75 and up is racist, y'all. I want y'all to know that. Like, I want y'all to understand that and just get that through y'all fucking heads. Like, if they're 75 and up, and I'm actually being nice saying 75 and up, it's really giving 70 and up. And I want to say 65, but 75 and up, they racist.
I am so weak, and this is where we get unfiltered.
Like, the grandson is revealed.
But it shouldn't be surprised.
Granddad is racist. Duh.
And, she's saying it in a jokingly way, but I mean, at the same time,
it's awful serious.
It's a lot of people that looked at his mugshot and wasn't surprised, including his ex-wife. His ex-wife has already come out and said, I was scared of this man. He used to go in a rage. He used to throw things in the house, and I was not surprised when I saw it.
Did he used to beat you, girl?
Probably. She lives in California now. She didn't say that much. Not only that, his grandson with his cornrows got on CNN and said, I believe he... These cornrows really bother me.
Because who the fuck told you to go and get some goddamn cornrows?
Who did it? The bitch on the beach?
He probably got a black girlfriend somewhere.
The bitch on the beach
that,
might be all right for the
put
beach.
Water in her hair with no curl divider.
You're not supposed to wear them on TV, dog. Anyway, he says, I believe he holds racist tendency and beliefs. He's disgusted by his actions. Myself and my family stand with Ralph Yarl in seeking justice. This is a horrible tragedy, and it never should have happened.
So now, what's the ex-wife saying again?
That the nigga was crazy and that he was in the house acting a fucking fool anyway.
But girl, was he racist?
She didn't say all that. But I say bring the grandson and the ex-wife on the stage or on, in the courtroom.
The media playground, right.
And let's just let her testify in court, lock him up while we still have the chance. He's going to croak any minute. We need to get him there as soon as possible.
Well, one of the charges, carries a life sentence.
Yeah, well,
the other
we don't have much
15.
time.
I mean, if we give him fucking 6 years, he's gone.
We don't have much time.
You see him? He does not look like he's in healthy condition at all.
We don't have much time. That's the thing.
I don't think we have much to worry about.
I'm so glad that
another one gone. Another one bites the dust. Get him out of here.
Honestly, though, I understand what you were saying, though, Shay, because, I know you were, making a general, generic ass, statement, but what she was saying is, just think about the history of our country for real. and, you know, where that man has come from and how much he's seen on this earth being here for 84 years there, or 84 years on this earth and in America for 84 years. There's a lot of things that he's seen, and he probably was like, this nigga is on my porch. I'm going to shoot him. I've been meaning to get me one. I'm 84 years old. Here's my fucking chance. He didn't say nothing to this boy. He did not warn this boy. He did not exchange words at all. He was just standing there. And that is very, very sad that in this country, our young black boys will be seen as a threat even when they're standing there unarmed, just waiting for their siblings to come out the door. That is very, very scary. And it seems like Congress doesn't want to do anything about it. They're worried about so many other things. This isn't the only young boy who dealt with gun violence also over the weekend. A New York woman, 3 days later, a New York woman drove into the wrong address and was fatally shot by a homeowner. This is the homeowner here if you're watching on YouTube. Make sure you still like and subscribe if you're still here. But this stupid mofo right here killed Kaylin Gillis, who's 20 years old. Officers arrived to investigate, and the guy refused to even come out the house after he'd done it. Her and her friends were in the car and just, you know, sometimes you just make the wrong turn. Like, let me turn around in the driveway. I'm not about to mess with these people. Like, let me just turn around real quick. Well, authorities spoke with him through a 911 dispatcher because he wouldn't even talk to the police in person. And then it was an hour before he was taken into custody. So he seems very much using his white privilege or whatever. But he was booked. This happened in New York. It wasn't clear whether he had an attorney who could speak on his behalf, but he better hurry up and get one because he'll probably be going to jail, because this man right here came out of the house. Out of the house. He came out of the house to shoot into a car as it was turning around. It was her and her 3 friends in the car. Why are you coming in a house shooting into a car?
You know what I just like truly appreciate about being black is that even though with all of our trauma, with all of the things that we have been through in this country, we do not go out to kill innocent people or people who are just like even gangs, even when somebody comes into a territory where they're not supposed to be, the immediate reaction is not to kill. Like, is that wild to y'all that like white people do shit like this?
Yeah, it's very
wild.
They
get away with it. Like, it's crazy. Like, something is off about them. There's something in the water. There's something that they ate. There's somewhere that they went across the fucking. I don't know what happened. It's just, but like, white people have really lost their fucking minds, and they don't need to have guns. If anybody doesn't need to have guns, it needs to be white people. And then we need to like dig a little deeper and see like how we can continue to like weed them out from there.
Well, it's definitely a lot of niggas that don't need to have no guns either.
That's true
kids
too.
Out here jacking cars, they 15 years old. A lot of people don't, and that's what I'm saying. Like, you can be for the rights of the Second Amendment, but you can also be for gun reform, and you can also say, hey, all of this stuff is pretty wicked and should not happen because it's the only country where it does happen so frequently, to the point that when we talk about a mass shooting, it's like, which one are you talking about? Which one happened this week? Oh, I didn't know about that.
It has been more mass shootings in this country this year than it's been days. It's been more than 163.
How embarrassing.
That is embarrassing as fuck. And like, forgive me for feeling this way, but like, I can almost understand it better if you're using a gun to carjack me or to steal my car. I can almost understand it better. I don't know. If you black, maybe you feel me, maybe you don't. But like, this type of shit, somebody making a U-turn in your damn driveway.
That's insane.
And this was a white woman.
He came out of the house.
This was a white woman.
He's running out of the house with a gun shooting a car. Like, what? Like, we can't do that anymore. I'm in the wrong. Like, this is insane to me.
Can we admit that people are crazy?
Yeah, people are crazy. They're gone mad. Congress refuses to do anything about it. That's the most embarrassing thing about it.
Yeah.
That's the most embarrassing thing about it. And that's why oftentimes I have to be honest with you, I daydream about what would have happened on January 6th if them people would have got to that Congress floor. Because I just would have liked to see what they done. I just would have liked what the thing had went down. You know what I mean? And that's why I just really do not even like subscribe to people who just, subscribe to, violence not being the answer, because I understand it's not the best answer, but sometimes it's the fucking answer, and that's all those people know. That's all they've shown us since they came over here and brought us over here from another land and started raping people and stealing land and beating up whomever. And
I don't really see nothing that has ever.
And so it's very interesting that when their system is not working for them at that time, how they revolt. And it's very interesting because I would have just been watching what would have been going down, because to continuously fail the American people every time they decide to not pass anything that has to do with saving these children in schools, as to why they're feeling uncomfortable going to school, as to why people cannot ring on doorbells or go down the wrong driveway without potentially being shot, because everyone's so gun-ho about the Second Amendment and being able to bear arms that you don't give a fuck who gets it, how they get it, how many of them they can buy in a day, and do what they need to do. And another thing I want white people to understand is if you ever feel a moment that you want to off yourself or unalive yourself,
do it.
Leave other people out of it.
Do that shit.
Leave other people out of it. They don't have nothing to do. There's no reason for you to decide to kill yourself, okay?
Do us
Send a Facebook message, walk into an elementary school, kill the kids and some administrators, and then kill yourself. Just start with you first. And then if you can get to anybody else after that, then shit, I don't know what to say. If you can get to somebody after you do you first, and shit, baby, I don't know what to say about that. But let's just start with you, because it's really crazy how y'all can just continue to do this. And the people in Congress do not want to necessarily do anything about it. But we know that we live in a capitalistic country, and we know money, speaks a lot, and we know a lot of people get paid from the NRA and don't want to vote against anything like that. But it's really telling, and it's really going to be interesting. At what point are we going to decide that we are going to leave the classrooms and leave work, leave wherever we're supposed to be in our responsibilities, and really be out here in these streets?
Because it's just so ridiculous. Like, it's so ridiculous and so senseless that it almost feels hopeless, because we have people who are in Congress that are right now currently 3-4 years later trying to ban TikTok and don't even know how to post a fucking TikTok.
Oh my gosh,
so that's
so late on TikTok.
So when you see that we have people like that in Congress and you're trying to make some shit happen for our children, the fact that our children can't even go to school safely,
it's ridiculous.
Or can't even knock on the wrong doorbell and somebody be like, oh, like, is everything okay? Like, are you at the wrong door? Wouldn't that be your first response if you see a child? Because of his size, you can't recognize that this is a fucking child. You think that someone's supposed to believe that? And we gotta get real about mental health in this country, because clearly these people are fucking crazy. And that's really just that on that.
Yeah, so I hope they throw the book at both of them. One case is gonna be easier to, prove than the other, because one was coming outside shooting into the car. The other one is gonna say that he was scared because of the boy's stature, but he shot through a glass door. You have one good eye. Bro, what you was doing? Anyway, justice for Ralph, y'all. We got to move on. We got to talk about something else that kind of pissed us off this week, but it was kind of interesting because I think I might want a new type of kitchen, because AI is becoming a big thing. Artificial intelligence is on the way. This is just like when they told us our cars would be flying by now. But to be honest, I wouldn't want flying cars with none of y'all mofos.
No, not right now, because y'all don't even know how to drive on the damn road right now.
So, like, we don't need to be, we don't deserve it. We don't deserve it. But there's even coming to the point where actual record labels are now like banning and suing and getting the paperwork together, because there's some artificial intelligence songs that are coming out as like Drake and like The Weeknd and whatnot, and they actually sound like those artists, and they're actually really good and streaming.
Really fire songs.
What happens when they go like to the top of the charts? But of course, like one example is Universal Music Group. They're trying to get it banned on all platforms. And I'm just like, what are we going to do when they can use your voice, automate it, and like use it for whatever they want to say?
I mean, like AI, first of all, this has been a long time coming, because I remember, working for a really big like tech firm, and they were expanding their AI department in order to catch up with what was getting ready to happen in like the next coming years. So this is going to get bigger and bigger. Yeah. We're not going to get away from it. So we're not going to get away from AI. Everyone is eventually going to have AI in their home in some way, shape, or form. And you probably do now, for real. But I think that is interesting that right now, like Congress and companies are trying to keep up with this, because it is such a like high value industry. Mm-hmm. So I don't know, girl, but I feel like it's the humans that I'm fucking worried about. Like, I'm cool with AI. I'm cool with AI. It's when humans use AI to do some fuck ass shit.
Yeah, they're saying be careful.
Piss me off.
They saying be careful, like when you answer the phone or whatever, because they could be using your voice to like later emulate something else. Like, so like it won't be okay that you talk to someone on the phone anymore. Like, you're gonna want to have more face-to-face conversation to make sure that I was talking to you. You know what I mean?
Oh, like there is a site for voice work, right? That like I did this research on. And I can't even remember the name of the site right now. But essentially, you know, people like us do voice work. And as I was doing research on this company, they were saying that they were using, you basically read a script, they upload your voice, but the company is actually using your voice without paying you for other shit. Like,
what?
Using it as AI for like other things. And I was like, oh, hell nah. Now we gotta worry about this now.
Now that's gonna be a problem. They can't do that. Like, no.
Yeah, can you really use somebody's voice or like copy their voice like these artists?
They're saying that
Universal is not fucking around.
They're saying like, what happens when they're making AI music and then that song, people like that song, so now radio's playing that song because that song is streaming, and now you have to deal with AI artists in the atmosphere.
That's
crazy. What would you want a robot to do for you? Because I saw something called a startup chef. And it's going to revolutionize the restaurant industry. And also, it may be available for you in your home one day. It's a chef that cooks for you. It's a kitchen that has a chef that will cook a meal for you. So I'm guessing, like, let's imagine that you can just say, listen, on Tuesday, I'm having people over. You know, we want to have some lamb chops and we want to have some, you know, I don't know, whatever you want for your guests. And you're able to put the menu in and how many people is going to be there, and then the chef starts to prepare it. Would you be okay with that? What are some of the things that we're okay with chefs or AI what jobs we're okay with, you know, AI taking from us?
I'm like cool with the robot cooking, I guess, from time to time. But like, to be completely honest with you, I am from the South. I'm from the 757, Hampton, Virginia. Listen, we cook our food. We like to see our seasoning on our food. We don't measure nothing. And I'm just trying to figure out, how do I know they're going to cook, you know, my steak or my fried chicken the way that I want to cook. Now, I can see this being something like if I'm, you know, getting ready for work and the robot is like cooking breakfast and can just like hand me the breakfast out the door. That would be lit. Like, that would just be such a game changer.
The convenience of it all.
Ooh, cleaning, any house cleaning.
Yes. Oh my gosh, please.
House cleaning, washing dishes, washing clothes, folding clothes, cleaning the bathroom, vacuuming, dusting.
Putting the clothes back the same day.
Putting clothes back the same day.
I'm definitely here with all of that.
Driving.
For you?
But at the same time.
No, I can't do driving.
Yeah, because when you saying that, like, you don't trust Teslas.
I don't trust Teslas because I just don't trust Teslas. Like, that type of fire that car might get in is like not okay, and like it's like an electrical fire, and I feel like no. I've just I've been on the website, too many horror stories about Teslas like getting stuck under trailer tractors. Like I just can't do Teslas.
I feel you.
I just like man-made, like no. Like, no, I'm not doing it right now. I'm not ready. I'm not ready for the AI or the robotic world, but it will be interesting.
But it's coming.
Some of the things that you mentioned, I would enjoy a robot doing for me, like vacuuming and doing household chores. I might be open to the kitchen situation. Like, what is you guys' obsession with hard labor? Like, if I don't have to cook, I'm gonna sit on the couch. I'm gonna wait for the robot to bring me a glass of wine. And I want it to taste good. Bring me some extra garlic salt and some, you know, onion powder and whatever. I'm going to make it rock. But it's just like, why you acting like that? Like, I don't want to, no, not every night. So like, Tuesday and Thursday, the robot could cook.
Yeah.
And Friday and Saturday.
Yeah. Okay.
And Sunday.
Like, and then, I mean, I feel like if it's like good AI and it can like learn how you cook things, how you like things seasoned. Because it can learn your preferences. Yeah. So it's like smart, like it's artificial intelligence, but it's literally just that, like it's intelligent. So it almost like learns you as like time goes on, which is like the scary part because it's like, what if these niggas, we've seen the movies, just decides like, I'm about to fuck y'all up, like fuck this shit, I'm done being a robot, I'm done being controlled by y'all. And then just starts fucking shit up.
Oh my God, then what happens? What are we gonna do?
I don't know. It's gonna be like an iRobot.
I think we're just gonna have to learn how to kick their ass, but they're definitely gonna be around. And what's that's gonna be for the restaurant business, or bottle girls, or like hookah girls? If the robot's gonna
y'all can't have no damn robotic bottle girls or hookah girls. Like, nah, niggas want to see real ass, real titties, real faces. It's not gonna happen.
So what else would they take? Like, if the service is good. If the service is good.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Maybe.
Alrighty, well, you know what? Like you said, AI is here. I think it's all about trying to get in where you fit in. Like, that's what it's about for me. Like, anytime something's changing, even when I was getting into radio, we were just talking about how things are just changing so much. And I was just like, okay, well, I'm new and I'm just out of college. I'm trying to get me a job. I'm trying to get in where I fit in. You know what I'm saying? So when it's that AI stuff, just figure out how you can get in where you fit in, how you can invest in it, how you can learn more about it. Because like you said, it's on the way and it's not going anywhere. But it's going to get pretty wicked. I think some of the things that we're thinking about and imagining about is going to take a lot more time for those things to be implemented that we're saying right now. Like, by the time Cash is older, then it might be different. And maybe there'll be robotic teachers and no one have to worry about their kid going to school and, like, I don't know. It is 420, so it was easy to go that route.
Yeah.
Robotic teachers, but... But AI is coming, and you walk
into the classroom and that robot to be like broke to pieces, like the kids done like tore it apart, then like through the leg, like outside the window.
Oh my goodness. AI is on the way now. If AI start doing some hair, you bitches is in trouble because a lot of these hoes,
that right there,
they saying y'all getting on their nerves. Talk about they gotta wash their hair, do their hair before they get there. So if that AI start braiding some fucking
I've been doing my own hair for that reason.
Oh, if the robots start doing knotted braids.
Bitch, if I could buy an AI robot to do my hair and just be in my house and like whenever I want a hairstyle, I just plug that bitch in or like upload a video of the hairstyle and they do that shit on my head.
Them bitches is going out of business. Y'all going out of business. If the AI
somebody needs to do that. Chop.
Y'all going out of business. It's a lot of jobs.
Because I'm already doing my own nails out here.
How are you loving that?
I'm loving it. Like this set.
I envy the girls that can, whenever you can, as a woman, whenever you can beautify yourself on your own without a professional, that is a win. I don't want people to get it fucked up. Like,
at all.
I don't want people to get it fucked up. Like, when you can do that on your own and
your own makeup, your own nails, your own hair,
whatever it is that you do, when you do your skin routine and don't always have to go to the esthetician as much because you already take care of yourself. Whenever you can beautify yourself, that is a win. And so I love that you take the time and loving yourself with that self-care and do your own nails.
Yes, it's very soothing. I love it. I like it.
Yeah. Well, I love coming to the Purple Couch and getting unfiltered.
Absolutely. It's been a while, friend.
I know. And it'd be a crazy week. I'm so grateful to have you here, of course. Happy 420, everybody. Yes. We had a blast this episode. And we will be back bi-weekly every 2 weeks. And we love you. If you are just getting here or just like came across the page, you can go ahead and subscribe now. I know we don't want to miss
you comment and subscribe.
We don't want to miss you either. We don't want to miss you next time. Okay, we love you. Mean it.
Peace.